So a really kind of frustrating day today in Liverpool. It's something that we've been expecting for a while. The decision has come in about our World Heritage status. There was a secret ballot. It's been removed. It's been stripped from the city, which in my opinion is a really strange decision. Mixed views online. We put this out on social media. Get involved and have your say as well. Chris Brown, director of Marketing Liverpool. What is the reaction like your end today with this decision?
I think, we're disappointed. They're probably not surprised that UNESCO have taken this decision. This is, they haven't been to the city since 2011. They've made a decision in isolation, I think, without coming to the city, having a proper discourse with representatives of the city, understanding what we have already done significantly over the last 10 years or so. So I think we're disappointed, but at the end of the day, it's a label, it's a badge. And, we are still and will continue to be a World Heritage City with or without UNESCO here. So it's disappointing, but we're not totally surprised. But there was never a case where we were going to basically retain or want to retain World Heritage status at any price. And the price of not going ahead with the developments in the areas that they fundamentally have got their problem with, which is in the Liverpool Waters, Bramley Moor area, was just not acceptable in a city that's recovering from COVID, that fundamentally needs to get access and availability for a big part of a deprived community being North Liverpool. We just can't basically keep that in aspic. It's not possible.
Tell us, for anyone that doesn't know, what is World Heritage status? When did we get it? Why did we get it? And why has it been removed?
Well, we got it in 2004. So we've had it for 17 years now, yeah. And I think probably if we actually go back to 2004 and where the city was in 2004, I think the city probably at that time, that was just after the European Capital of Culture Award in 2003, was looking for, I think, opportunities to get the reputation of the city back out to the national profile. So World Heritage status gave us that opportunity. I think in hindsight, the difficulty we've had with it is that the size of the zone stretching right the way down into the North Liverpool docks, right the way down the waterfront to the King's Dock, right the way up into the town hall areas of the city and Castle Street. The problem is that the area was so large that at that time, it basically looked a great idea. But as the city has developed and expanded and changed dramatically from 2004, the problem has been that the pace of change in the city has been not able to get in harmony with UNESCO, and that therefore started to put us on the danger list a number of years ago. So we've had this annual scenario where we've been considered for deletion and not considered for deletion, and in a way it does bring an end to that debate. That they've made their decision. I think it's the wrong decision, but in a certain respect, as I say, we will continue to be a World Heritage City, and we've invested significantly. Well over 600 million has gone into the city's conservation and heritage projects within the World Heritage Site boundaries. So it's not as if we haven't invested in those areas. You can see that evidential if you walking down and through the city today. Yeah? But the contentious area has definitely been about the proposals for Liverpool Waters and Bramley Moor. That has been the issue that has pushed this over the edge.
Does it feel a bit, it does to me, Chris, like they've been kind of holding us over a barrel for a number of years now, and it's kind of, will they take it, won't they take it? And that's kind of created more negative press internationally, in my opinion. Is it a good thing then today that they've taken it and now we can just move forward as a city and do what we are already doing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we'd have been the result we were after was for it to be deferred, but not deferred forever and a day, deferred because this annual thing has really not been any good for anybody, to be honest. We wanted it deferred, but there was no point deferring it unless we were prepared to come to the city. If there weren't, you've got people making a decision about this city who have never been to this city and therefore have no knowledge of this city, and that can't be right. It can't be. That's not democracy. That's autocracy. That is just not right. So the fact of the matter is that we can now move on. I think the vast majority of people would say that sacrificing the World Heritage status for enabling us to bring a desolate and derelict piece of wasteland that you can't even access at the moment to create vibrancy, energy, and connect the city centre into the north of the centre of the north of the city is a price worth paying. And I would agree with that. I think we have to move on. And UNESCO, unfortunately, have been unable to find a solution in their minds as to how you grow a city, particularly growing a city out of a pandemic, and how you balance that with the preservation of architectural assets. Yeah. And somewhere down the line, you've got to have a balance, and they've not been prepared to work with us to create that balance.
Will there be ever any opportunity to get it back, to get that status back in years to come? Can we kind of review it again, or is that it? Is that it finalised forever?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know yet whether there will be a right of appeal on this decision. So we'll have to see how that plays out over the next few days. There may well be an opportunity to revisit in the future. I don't think we probably would. I mean, we still have obviously the UNESCO City of Music badge, so we that's not affected. We retain that, so we're still a UNESCO City of Music anyway. But I don't think I don't know whether we would or we wouldn't. But my own personal views is that, I don't see a rationale for us to go back in. But if there is a right of appeal, then I'm sure that will be explored if we feel it's worthwhile doing that. But as I say, I think people making decisions about the city in isolation who don't know the city, I think, is just fundamentally flawed.
Okay, let's talk about the good things, Chris, because lots of them to talk about right now. Yesterday we had Disney Magic back in. Yeah. Disney choosing Liverpool as a destination. Ryanair have announced today 4 brand new routes which launch from winter from Liverpool. John Lennon, tons and tons of other stuff. Of course, we got Bramley-Moore Dock, the brand new cruise terminal. There's lots to be positive about, even without this status, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I think as you know, Jane, lots of people visit this city for lots of different reasons. Yeah, and they come to us because of the vibrancy, the energy, the nighttime, the bars, the restaurants, the attractions, the waterfront. There are so many reasons why people come to this city that, in one respect, it's not. People don't just come because we're a World Heritage Site. They come for all these different reasons, and Liverpool has and is progressing out as hopefully as we begin to exit this pandemic is buzzing. Yeah, if you walk around the streets today, it's busy. Yeah, I know the weather helps, don't get me wrong, but we have been our hotel occupancy was back up to over 60% in June, considering it's not been really above 20 for 16 months. Then I think it shows there is an appetite for that, for this city. The developments that you refer to and others, there are lots of exciting things happening. The city is progressive, ambitious, will continue to grow and develop, and therefore we've got lots of things to be positive about. If we can clear the decks with COVID and hopefully get to a position where we can really get our businesses re-established again, I've absolutely no doubt that we can catch up the ground and go beyond that we had pre the COVID pandemic back in last year. So I think the outlook for the city is very, very positive. Yeah, and I think we should all retain in that space. And this is a setback on UNESCO, but it's not a death knell.
Okay, well, we've got it all to look forward to. Lots to be positive about on quite
Absolutely.
A bleak day for Liverpool. Chris Brown, Director of Marketing Liverpool, thank you so much. Make sure you follow and visit Liverpool and Marketing Liverpool on socials and give us your thoughts on World Heritage status as well. Thank you, Chris.
No problem at all. Thank you.